feels like we're approaching some deep truth from different directions. And we just haven't traveled as far in the physics world as we have in the mathematical world.
Maybe I could hope that someone will give, the convincing account. But it seems to be a profound mystery to me. I can't even imagine what it would be like to give an account of physical existence.
Yeah, I wonder, like 1,000 years from now, as physics
Right.
progresses, what this same conversation would look like.
Right. That would be quite interesting.
Do you think there's breakthroughs 1,000 years from now on the mathematics side? Because we've just discussed and will return to a lot of turmoil a century ago.
Right.
Do you think there's more turmoil to be had?
It's interesting to me because I have my feet in two worlds of mathematics and philosophy, and to compare the differences between these subjects. And one of the big, there's many cultural differences, but one of the big cultural differences is towards the idea of progress in the subject. Because mathematics has huge progress. We simply understand the mathematical ideas much, much better, continually improving our understanding, and there's growth in knowledge. We understand the nature of infinity now better than they did 100 years ago. I mean, definitely better. And they understood it better 100 years ago than they did, for the previous thousands of years and so on. So in almost every part of mathematics, there's improved understanding of the core issues, so much so that the questions at hand become totally different, and the field sort of moves on to more difficult, interesting questions. Whereas in philosophy, that's a little bit true that there's progress, but meanwhile, it's also true that there are these eternal questions that have been with us for thousands of years. And in fact, so much so that you can find a lot of philosophers arguing that the important contribution of philosophy is in asking the questions rather than answering them, because it's hopeless to answer them. I mean, the nature of these deep philosophical questions is so difficult. Less of a sense of progress is what I'm trying to say. I don't see any reason to think that the progress in mathematics, in the growth in our mathematical understanding and knowledge, won't simply continue. And so 1,000 years from now, maybe the mathematics that they will be doing at that time would probably be completely unrecognizable to me. I maybe wouldn't even begin to understand what they're talking about, even without sort of witnessing, the intervening developments. So if you bring someone from ancient times to today, they maybe wouldn't even understand what we're talking about with some of the questions. But I feel that, if Archimedes came and we were able to communicate, I think I would be able to tell him, about some of the things that are going on in mathematics now, and maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or anyone from that time. I mean, so I think it is possible to have this kind of progress, even when the subject kind of shifts away from the earlier concerns as a result of the progress, basically.